Hey grill fans, welcome to Barbecue Leaks. Today we're talking about rust protection for heat stress grill parts. I filmed this topic years ago right at the grill. I'll link the original video below. But today you'll get the compact, easy to understand explanation. No detours. Let's jump right in.
All right, today we're tackling a problem that, let's be honest, every single BBQ owner knows all too well: rust. But forget about those expensive sprays from the hardware store. We're going to dive into how to make your own high-temp paint. And the best part? It's surprisingly simple, incredibly effective, and uses an almost free traditional recipe. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so first things first, let's identify the enemy. If you own a smoker or a grill, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that constant, never-ending battle against rust, right? Especially when the weather decides it's not on your side. Yeah, does this look a little too familiar? That creeping orange-brown plague that just kind of appears overnight. It's that horrible sight that just screams damage and decay on your prized possession. But here's the good news. This is a battle we can absolutely win.
And you know when this attacker loves to show up? Winter. That's its prime season. You've got that mix of cold, damp air, maybe some rain, maybe some snow. It's just the perfect storm for corrosion. And it really hits the firebox hard, where the temperatures are swinging all over the place. If you leave it unprotected, that metal it really doesn't stand a chance.
But what if the best defense wasn't some complex chemical formula you buy in a spray can? What if the answer was, I don't know, super cheap, totally natural, and probably already sitting in your house right now? Well, guess what? It is. The magic number here is 3. Yep, that's it. That is all it takes to make a durable, protective, high-temperature coating that's actually going to last. And here they are. You ready for this? Soot, regular cooking oil, and flour. Now, I have to be honest with you. When I first heard about this, I was like, no way. Flour? In paint? But trust me, this old-school method uses these super common household items to create a really powerful, kind of elegant barrier against all that nasty weather. All right, so you've got your 3 ingredients. Now, the big question is, how do you turn this stuff into an actual protective paint? Well, let's walk through the process, and you'll see it's surprisingly simple. Okay, so there are basically 4 key steps here. Step 1, you're just going to mix the soot, oil, and flour together. What you're looking for is a consistency kind of like a thick pancake batter. Easy enough to spread, but not super runny. Step 2, to make sure you get a perfectly smooth finish, you're going to want to run it through a sieve. That'll get rid of any little clumps. Then comes the most important part. You have to get your smoker's firebox hot. And finally, you just brush that mixture right onto the hot metal. That's it. And this is where the magic really happens. See, the heat does all the heavy lifting. When you apply this paste to a hot surface, it's not just about drying it quickly. The heat literally bakes it on. It burns in the mixture. The oil and flour basically transform and create this super tough protective layer. And the carbon from the soot gives you that awesome deep black color and adds even more protection. So think about it. This isn't just paint sitting on top of the metal. It's a new finish that's chemically bonded to the metal. And that is why it's not going to peel or flake off on you.
Okay, so now we know how to do it. Let's talk about why this old school method is just so good, especially when you stack it up against the modern stuff you buy at the store.
Let's really break down why this DIY approach is, well, just a whole lot smarter than grabbing a can of commercial spray paint. Honestly, when you look at the cost, the ingredients, and the impact on the environment, it's not even a close competition.
And this table right here, it just lays it all out perfectly. Look at the ingredients. On one side, you've got natural stuff from your own home. On the other, a can full of chemical solvents. Then you look at the cost. It's basically free versus paying for a specialized spray can. And when it comes to the environment, the choice is just as obvious. Our DIY mix doesn't have any of those nasty propellants or VOCs. The advantages are they're crystal clear.
So let's wrap this up. What we've got here isn't just a cool recipe, right? It's a perfect, super practical project you can do. Tackle it before the bad weather really hits and make sure your gear is protected and ready to go. So what are the big takeaways here? Well, first, this is a genuinely effective way to stop rust dead in its tracks on your high heat equipment. Second, it uses just 3 super simple, all-natural ingredients. It's also way cheaper and better for the environment than those store-bought sprays. And the most important thing to remember? The secret sauce is pouring it hot to bake on that super durable, chemically bonded finish.
You know, this whole process really leaves us with a pretty cool question to chew on. In our world of high-tech, chemical solutions for absolutely everything, have we maybe overlooked the power and just the simple elegance of these older traditional methods? I mean, when it comes to protecting your smoker, the answer seems to be a huge yes. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other modern problems out there might have simple, old-school solutions just waiting for us to rediscover them?
If you liked this tip, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Right after, you'll see a mind map and infographic, perfect to save for later. And if you're also interested in the in-depth analytical explanation, check out my second channel, Live Logic with Notebook LM. You'll find the link in the description. Until the next BBQ hack, and have fun grilling!